Yeah, this is solely for those who are requesting for the walkthrough of the admin settings or admin area. There is nothing much to walk you through there. Okay. There's nothing much to walk you through there. I'm just going to say the importance of each of those applications you have. So each of these are applications, as you can see there. So the whole system itself is software, which is a product. So a product or a project. All right. So now just going to take you through the basic ones, like I've always been doing. I've done this before over and over again. I'm just going to start with the users, yeah, user balances and user profile. So for you to get the user profile, user balance, you're going to find it under SMS angle send. Yeah, maybe in the future when we are making updates, we are going to change the name of that application to something like SMS and user profiles. So I think that would be more appropriate instead of the SMS angle. All right. So what we have here now is this. You can view the user profile here. Okay, it's just something very straightforward, and like that, it will have all these stuff that can be filled. But it is not advisable to fill it from here. Just go to the front end and do what you need to do. And you are supposed to be the only one that will have access to this area because you are the admin. All right. So you're not supposed to give it out, or no other person should have access to it except admin. Or maybe you created a staff account. Okay, so you can just add the staff to it. It's fine. That's also acceptable. So now when a user, the question that most people ask again is that when a user, if I don't have, or possibly a user send money directly to my account, so how would I credit the user? It is very simple. Okay, it is very simple and straightforward. Just click on the user credit balance and look for the user. So if I want to credit this guy now, hold on, Gypsy, it's all about me just pressing something there. So I'm crediting this guy with 30,000 naira already. So I'm just gonna click on save. So that's it. So it will be there. So even if I reload the page, I'll still have the 30,000 there. Okay. So that's just it. And if you want to deduct from somebody's account also, you can deduct. Okay. And that's what they will see on their dashboard on the front end when they log in, or when they log in. So that's pretty much it. So again, I'm just going to take us through. Like I said, when you purchase the VPP license thing and this that, you have to do a lot of configuration, and that is just click on this, change this to your domain, that is the domain of the site. Even if it's a subdomain, you need to put the subdomain here, very important. So then here the name of the site, then the site phone number, the email address and everything. So this will take care of the colors. Just play with it. The color, you can search color at X, just say X color pattern or something, or color palette. Yeah, X color palette. Am I even correct? Palette, yeah. So it will show you HTML colors and things like that. So you can search for colors. You can look for colors that you feel you like. Okay, then convert those colors or something. Just look for colors that are okay. So look at it here now. So every of these colors has their own color code. Call them color code, so you can see. So, and that's it. So if I intend to change, let's look at the front end of this now. I don't have much time for this video. I'm really in the middle of something, so I have to just branch out to run this video so that I can keep my promise. So this color you are seeing here is out of the color that was placed here. Okay, so one part of it is black, yeah, and the other part of it is I don't know. So we'll have to check that. So let's pick this to see that we are correct with our. How do we even know, safe, since we can't input it here? Okay, let's just try to change the color instead, so that you see what I'm talking about. So I'm changing the color now, so I'm pasting that here, I think, yeah. So I'm saving it now. Okay, so let's just wait for it to complete the saving thing. Okay, it's done. So if I should reload this now, it should have changed the, can you see now it has changed the look of what we have here? Can you see? So that's what you are going to achieve when you do that. So you have gradients. So the second color is this, which is what is showing here below. So if you want to change the second color too, you can do that. And button colors too can be changed. So let me just change the button color to one of the button colors to the way to what we have there. So I'm sure these two might change to something like this. Oh, fine, you can see. So we have that same color there. So it's just something just to beautify or just to make it different from what others would look like. Okay. Then you can put your site logo here. You can see this is my site logo here, coin. So then this is for Paystack. Okay, this is for Paystack. So you need to get a Paystack account, get your Paystack secret key, get your Paystack public key. Okay, then the funding limit is here. The funding limit is 2450. That's for Paystack, because that's what Paystack requires. The funding limit is 2450. So if you intend to increase, or if your user wants to load more than that amount, they can send it directly to your account. And when they send it to your account, then you can fund them as I've shown you earlier. You can fund the user as I've shown you earlier. Just request for their username, then fund that person. So in case Paystack decide to change their percentage, this is where you adjust yours also. The fee that's been deducted from the user. So this amount will be added to this 250 here, to this 2450 here, and that will be the total amount they are going to be paying. So this is your bank account. So if they intend to fund their wallet or decide to send it directly to your bank account, it will display the name here. Okay, it will display the name around here. Yeah, it's not displaying here because I've implemented some other feature here. That's why it's not. We have to remove it. I have to remove it from there. Okay, so I think that's that for that. Then this says allow user to activate the account. That's if you want the system to send an activation email to the user, so you can send that to the user so that the user can activate the account through the activation email. Okay, so I think that's that. Then yeah, if you want, so there are some services on the platform that requires for the user to have APIs, so to have API token before they can access. Okay, so we decided to make it optional for the admin to choose if the user should pay for the API or not. All right, so that should be your decision. So that is not our decision, that should be your decision. So service like the electricity would need the API token. Service like the, what's it called again, the education also, that's the result checker, would need the API for them to function well. So I think that's that for site configuration. Please bear with me. I'm a little bit down in spirit but I just have to do this. So there are a lot of things here that you don't need to touch. In fact, you don't have to touch them. You don't have to touch them. A lot of things like this API key activation. This token is not something that you should alter. It's something that should be should be done or should work automatically. Okay, but it's just that you can alter it. That's what I'm trying to say. But you should be something that there are something that you should not alter. Okay, so another thing is that if you intend to employ somebody to manage for you and you want to restrict them from doing a lot of things, so you can create a group. Okay, you can create a group. Then when you create a group, you can say maybe staff. Okay, staff. Then you can tell them, okay, you can now say that, okay, what can the user do? Sorry, what can the staff now do? Okay, so they can do, possibly they can do yeah, they can adjust the API. They can, if you want them to adjust the API, they can adjust it. You can choose multiple things for them to do. You can choose a lot of multiple things for them to do. All right, so these are things that you'll have to pick yourself. So when you are satisfied with the permission you want to give them, you can just shift. You just click on the forward button, then you save. I'm not going to save this because I don't need that. So I'm just saying that, okay, let me just save it for tutorial purpose. So you can see now we have this staff group now. So now what do we do if you want to assign a user to a group? So what do you do? Let's now go back to this. You are going to see users here. So let's say I want to assign this guy Eldon Gibson to a group. Okay, I'm just going to come down here and say, okay, this guy is a group. Okay, so instead of me setting this already, since this guy is in a group already, so this guy will have access to the backend and be able to do a lot of things. Okay, that's just the way it works. But if you don't want to create a group, you can give this particular user individual permissions, and that's how to work with it. So I'm not going to complete the whole thing, but that's just how to work with it. One thing is that we can't give you. You'll have to also play with the software yourselves to see the extent of what you can do. Okay, so but we have given you enough information on how to work with things. Okay, here is, most of you don't have this, so I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, for APIs, now some of us have VT-Pass API, and some of us don't. But one thing that is sure is that this is it. It is still direct. Okay, it is still direct. So we have just input your data here. And if your system has been configured before, you don't need to touch anything again. You can only touch it if you feel you want to change the pricing. So for this API now, this is the price from the API. I think the price is 1.8 or so from the API, and you want to sell at 2,000. Fine, just input the third value here. Okay, that is why you input. You can see API price, the site price. So your site price, which is 2,000 naira, is here. So just leave it that way and click on save. Okay, so everything you are seeing here depends on what your API wants. So some API does not require all this. Some API would requires URL encoded thing. So those are the things we have there. So this same thing applies to Neko also. So I'm not going to, let me just show you that also. Let me just show you that there's a lot. So that's it. The same thing with Neko too. From the API source, I think it's around 700, 650. Then you can sell at 800 if you want or if you wish. So that's just what we have right now. Okay, then the next thing here is electricity, which is another important area that needs to be emphasized on, because all you need to check there is the API. So now for the electricity, now I'm just going to pick just anyone at random to work with. You can see I'm picking VT pass. Yes. So so we added some new parameters to the VT, sorry, to the electricity and things like that, just to make things easier on the front end. I think I'll have to just show you what we talk about. What I was talking about, some parameters. Now look at this now. So for this transaction now, we can check. We should be able to check for the what's it called? For the kind of a receipt, so that your user can generate a receipt, something like this, and see the details of whatever they want to see. Okay, whatever you have set, details of it. Okay, so that will now depend on whatever you have inputted inside this response parameter. So if I don't want them to see what's it called now, unit price, all right, if I don't want them to see the unit price, and I'm gonna save this now. If I don't want them to see the unit price, they won't be able to see it. Sorry, it's saying oh, well, this is the local version, so don't worry about those errors you are seeing there. These are bound to happen, to happen. So let me just fix it before I continue with the video. So that has been saved. All right, so now we can now let's now check to see if we are going to get the same thing. You realize that the unit price is missing now, unlike what we had the other time, whereby we have the unique and the unit price. So that's what we are talking about. So this now, they can be printed and be used for anything, at least for record purpose. So that's you can see these parameters are different as per API requirements. So if it has been configured very well, please don't change it. Then here also you can now check this bunch of electricity also, which has been pre-configured here also. So like I said, if yours is working fine, do not touch. So here now, commission. So you can add your commission here. So if I want to add commission, maybe I want to add 14 naira commission. So if somebody is buying at 1,000, then I can get a commission of 14 naira. Okay. So here, this external Chrome, please do not touch. The no go area. Impersonate log, do not touch. Thank you. Then third-party insurance API. Yeah, what you are supposed to do, the only thing you need to touch here, if it has been configured for you fine, is the amount you want to charge. Okay, which is the third value here. The amount you want to charge. This is the API amount. This is the third value. The third value is the amount you want to charge, which is the site price. That's why I did a sample here, which is the site price. So how much is the site price? So if I want to increase this, so for 3,000 naira, I'm charging 15 naira. So if I want to charge 100 naira, all I need to do is just change this to 3,100. Okay, then the same thing will apply to this and apply to this also. So then you just click on save. So this response parameter is the same thing as what we saw the other time. So if we tend to look at the services that has been done, or the transaction that has been done on the third-party insurance before, then you can see something like that, something like this. Okay, and to show you universal insurance, blah blah blah, etc. So, and that's that. So the same thing applies to the health insurance, because they have the same pattern. Okay, they have the same pattern. So you can change your amount, which is always the third value. Always the third value. For all the insurance, it should always be the third value. So for home cover insurance also, so far it has been configured for you, it will also be the third value. Okay, like I said, third value. You can see third value, third value, third value. 1, 2, 3. That's third value after pipe, after a pipe, after the pipe. So that's that for insurance. The same thing with personal accident. So the other ones are not supposed to be touched, which are histories and stuffs. You can check them, but they are not supposed to be touched. So you can check the histories and blah blah blah, but really they're not supposed to be touched. You can see these are generated values, so you don't need to touch them, please. Don't touch them. They are not supposed to be touched. So I think that's that. That's that. Maybe in our next upgrade, what we are going to do is remove all these histories, the ones that we feel you're not supposed to touch. We are going to remove everything, so that you will be left with simple things that you just need to configure. Okay, I think that's just the best way to go, and we will start making the adjustments as I'm dropping this, as I'm concluding this video. Okay, so if you have most of you don't have the modify, so I'm not gonna take it. It's for specifically for those who uses them. So this notification is another important application. Okay, so I'm just going to show you an example. Important updates. Show you an example now, and just paste offs. I'm just going to paste offs. Okay, so I have that now. So let's see what will happen to the front page. Look at now. You can see we don't have any pop-up here before, but when we try to reload it now, we now have a pop-up, because now we have a new message that we can read, and this is it. So if you have an important message to give to your customer or to relate to your customer, you can just use that. All right, you can use that. So you can use that. So now we don't have any alert here anymore, so you can use that to disburse or dispense the message to them. So that's why we created that. So the other one also is yeah, so if you have SME also, MTN, and you have your MTN SME separate from the other networks, this is what you are going to get. So for SpectraNet, for AP, for Smile, I'm not going to go through that because only few people has it. So yeah, the shortcut printing tool will be left out. These are special plugins. So the general ones is what I'm taking. So right now this for AP, this for airtime. So the airtime too. Now for the airtime, if you want to give your user discount, okay, all you need to do is just come here, so, and change whatever value you find here. You can see now here MTN pipe 9. So MTN pipe 9 means that if I should recharge now, okay, it's going to deduct. It's going to give me a discount of 9. It's going to give me a discount of 9 naira, 9% rather, 9%. I think if for a card of 100 naira, that would be 9 naira. So your discount to your basic user. That's so if you don't want to give them any discount, just put 0. All right, just put 0. So they won't have any discount. It means they'll be buying at 100 naira. Okay. So, and if you want to have a discount of 200 naira, sorry, of 2%, just put 2 there. So if you want the discount of any discount amount that you want, just put the value there. Okay, so I think that's that. Then The other thing here is the data. So how do you put your own amount in the data also? So I think I don't want to pick that because I'm picking the one that has, I don't have the actual code. So now look at here. Now you can set your amount here, okay, just like what we have there. So you can see API amount, your own amount itself, the one you have here, your own amount itself. So now this API amount now that we are seeing here varies a lot with API. Okay, some of them actually identify their codes or their costs, their data amount with code. Okay, some actually use the value, and by value itself, and by value I mean the value itself, like um one gig is 1000 naira, something like that. So but for these ones they prefer to use code, so that's why you find code. So but the second value here is the amount you want to sell the data to your own user now. So if you intend to sell it at, possibly you want to sell this one at 105, so you just put it there 105. So let's go to more bigger data amount so that you know what I'm talking about. So look at this now for Glow. This says Glow 100. How much is Glow 100? Glow 100 naira. Do you want to say that 100 naira, or how much are you getting it from your own API? So the amount you are getting it will depend on how much you want to sell. Okay, so that's that. Then I think that's that. Then we can leave here now and go to the other ones, which is the cable. So the cable too is kind of straightforward. So what we have here is just straightforward. You start times Blablo, GoTV and DSTV. So for the DSTV here, how much am I selling my own DSTV? Worth of 2000 naira. So I'm selling at 2050. Okay, that's worth of 2000. DSTV worth of 2000 naira is being sold at 2050. So worth of 4,000 naira is being sold at 4050. So it depends on how much you want to sell. If you want to sell at 4100, fine, that's what you decide to sell it with. But make sure that the addition of that amount is what is being filled year and year, I think. So okay, most especially this last part here is what is being deducted. So this part should carry 4000, and this part should carry the 4050. So this part should carry the 2000, and like that, because that is the way we have configured the GoTV. And the GoTV is actually the most correct one here, because 410 then 460. Okay, so if this is 410, then this is 410, this is 460, this is 36, then this is 3650. Okay, and on and so on and like that. So you can leave the rest for now, except for this parameter here, because that would now tell us, okay, if your own API says this is what it wants. Let me show you something with VTPass, since I'm using VTPass. So you can apply that to other services. So now look at it here now. So this is the expected response from the API, from this API now. So we can just pick. Okay, let's pick now. We are picking the type TV subscription for it to show. Okay, I don't know if we have bill type there. Then we are picking what again? Do we have bill type here? We don't even have bill type here, so I don't know where we saw that. So transaction date, we can pick transaction ID or transaction date. Should we do that? So let's just pick date itself, not transaction date now. So the system will evaluate the values and output the expected things. Okay, what's now the element that was, we should have the element. The element, by element I mean the by element I mean the IUC number, rather, sorry, IUC number. Well, whatever. So transaction ID on BT Pass is that amount. So is that so hopefully, if we check it, if we have a transaction on the front end that we have done, we should be able to generate details. Oh, well, we can't generate for these ones because everything we have here is already complete. But we should be able to generate maybe in the next upgrade. That's what we're going to focus on. That's if we realize that there's a need for it. If not, there won't be any upgrade for that. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything. So yeah, then the last thing here is the SMS API. That so you can use any SMS API you want to use. Okay, but when you are doing that, you should create two SMS APIs. One that has a DND in it, and the other one that has no DND in it, so that the system will be able to identify that, okay, this is a DND API and this is the non-DND API. Then when you are doing that, you should make sure that they are active. So it means that you can activate two APIs at once with the SMS alone. Okay, that's what we are trying to say. So which other one is okay for us to tamper with? Every other ones here, they're not to be tampered with. The transfer, the transfer, of course, there's something you need to set on the transfer, but we are not going to show you that because it's an add-on. Then I think that's all. Then one thing you should be able to also configure is the percentage bonus. Okay, now what does this do? This is very straightforward, and so let's, for example, now I create this percentage bonus. So for airtime, for all my airtime now, I want my user to be getting a bonus apart from the discount I'm already giving them. Apart from the discount I'm already giving them, I want them to get a bonus. Then I can just add the bonus here. But one thing is that the bonus should be in fraction. Sorry, it should be in percentage rather. So yeah, fraction like percentage. So if it's 0.01, so that's 1%. Right. So if it's for data, if you are giving them 0.01, that's 1%. So it means that they will be giving them 1% on all the data amounts, on all the data, on everything. 1% on everything. So you can do that. Okay, then this purchase bill comprises of both the electricity and the cable. So any amount you want to give them, any discount you want to give them, you can give them here if you feel that you want to give them that. Then for education, you can do that. Then SME, that's if you have Spectranet and Smile and any of these things, then you can do. Now this referral airtime bonus, this referral data bonus, referral, everything you can see referral here. So I'm just going to give an instance now. If a user A refers a user B, okay, now let me just use something illustrative so that I don't just talk. So I'm using Paint. So if user A, okay, refers a user B, okay, and a user B refers a user C. All right, now if B B purchases, okay, A would get a percentage if you set the referral bonus. Okay, A would get a percentage for the referral bonus. So that is the way the referral thing works. And if B refers C, then C will also get some percentage from everything that C purchases. B will get a percentage from everything that C purchases. So that's the way the referral system works. You understand? It's as simple as that. So whatever you set there would be given to all these people. So that's it. So thank you very much. I think that's basically everything. The basic ones, actually. So we can now upload this on YouTube for all of us. So that's why we are going to be uploading it. Yeah. So when we have done that, you would see it. You can ask your questions. You can ask your questions. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you want us to cover. Let us know what you want us to cover. So we are going to cover that for you. So alright. Thank you very much once again. And do have a nice time. Stay safe. Corona is real, please. Stay safe.